Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens has come to an end, and to send it off, we're going to be playing Rush Duel using cards all throughout the Sevens era. Each week, myself and the TheDrAlex will open 5 packs of each Sevens core set and add a single card from each pack to our collection. We will then build decks and play a best of 3, with the loser banning 1 card and the winner gaining 7 points. The first player to reach 49 points, or 7 wins, earns the title of Sevens Champion. Welcome to Rush Duel Sevens Draft.
Okay, open Seven Sword Magician, Darkness Approaches, and Jump P Stop.
So I expected Sevens Road to get banned, just because it came down to, did Alex pull it? And if he didn't, I was just like, well, yeah, you get a ban Sevens Road. There's no reason you wouldn't. It's just such a good card. I also thought you were going to ban Darkness Approaches, because every week you have been banning my cards which change your guys to defense mode.
The thorn in my side every week.
Other than that, I wasn't sure what you were going to ban. I think there's a lot of middling stuff. Like, obviously, don't think you hit Dragius because you've got Dragius. But yeah, Jump Start is a pretty good one. I've been running it, I think, at 2 all 3 weeks so far. So, you know, there is value there. Welcome to the 4th episode of Sevens Draft. So, we managed to take our last game, so that's 3 wins in a row, which puts us at quite a hefty lead at the moment. But this does now mean that Alex, every time we win, gets to ban out 3 cards from our deck. So, this week he banned some really good cards, so we're going to try and make up for that, I guess, a little bit. We're kind of still after the same stuff. We're after the worms. Even though Alex is on the worms as well, I still think going for the worms would probably be a good idea. And Alex has shown that he's got some good dinosaurs as well. And again, we are also starting to accrue our dinosaurs, so that might end up biting us in the butt. But I think trying to hard pivot away into something else is probably not a great idea. Now, Alex has started hitting our psychic support cards. He banned our Jump Start, and he previously banned our Lullabind. But we still have enough psychics that I think we can keep building towards them and kind of see how that goes. So we have our 60 packs loaded up, make sure we have Chaos Drafts ticked, and we will just jump into the pack opening straight away. So, first pack, let's see what we get. Oh, Psychic Divergence. I think a second Psychic Divergence is good. The only problem with taking Psychic Divergence is if Alex loses again, I think this is an easy hit for him. It's a really annoying card, it deals with the spell trap cards, and it's a super rare, and it's a 2-for-1, and he keeps hitting our Psychic spell cards, so I think he will hit it anyway, but I think we're going to take it. I think Psychic Divergence is, it's too good to not take. Alright, pack number 2. Climax Finale is probably an easy take here. We really don't want Umegumi. Now we're going to Chaotic Omega Rising. Let's see what we can get. A second Yamiterasu. That surely isn't the pick, right? It's really funny. Yeah, we're going to take it. If we manage to somehow high roll into that, like towards the end of the series, that'd be hilarious. So we're definitely doing that. And it's another fire card. Worm Heavenly... Constructor Heavenly Worm Gantry Dragon. Well, this is an easy take, right? So this is a 2500 level 8 worm that if you have a face-up field spell, you can summon Build Dragon from the grave. Yeah, there is no world in which we do not take that. And it's the Rush Rare. Of course we take that. Another Jinzo! Stop giving me Jinzo! Why? This is the 5th or 6th Jinzo we've opened. Stop giving me Jinzo! I don't want Jinzo! It's a Rush Rare! This could have been... I don't know what other Rush Rares are in the set, but it could have been something better. Next up, Canry as a Rush Rare. What is this? This is a Psychic monster with 2500 attack. Return 1 face-up monster with 500 less attack from your field to the hand. This turn, while this card is face up, you contribute summon monsters with 1500 more defense. I assume there's a strategy there, I just don't know. I mean, we'll take it anyway. 2500 attack psychic. Why not? Alright, next up. Bender Break as a Rush Rare. I mean, the rest of these cards are all ass, so we're going to take it, but we don't need Bender Break. I mean, this Anchor Moray is just in every single one of my packs, I swear. Next up. So another handy lady's not bad. We have Jamp Set. Which one's this? Place 1 level 2 or lower psychic type normal monster from your graveyard to the top of your deck. Place one face-up level 8 or lower monster from your opponent's field on top of the deck. Then, if you placed Candy on top of your deck with this requirement, you can shuffle 2 monsters from your opponent's graveyard into the deck. I think we take that, right? Like, Jamp Set seems pretty decent. We will take Jamp Set. Alright, Extra Transcendent Enhancement Pack. Another Chemical Cure Red. And we take that, right? There's no way we don't. Yeah, we're going to take that. Star Barrier. I think we have to take Star Barrier. It's too good to miss. Next up. Ooh, hello. I forgot you were in here. Yeah, we're going to take Supreme Machine Magnum Overlord L, the ultra rare. The chances of us actually completing this is so unbelievably low, but I think that's 2 pieces now. Oh, Yggdrago! Oh man, do we take Yggdrago? Another ultra rare from this set. Yeah, we're going to do it. Screw it. If we're actually able to summon a maximum, we're just going to take all the maximum pieces we ever find. It's still a good dino. Dynamic Pressure is incredible. We definitely want that. Dinosaur Crush is decent, and it is a super, but Upstart King Rex is part of our fusion, so we're definitely taking him. And that's it. Alright, yeah, so that is our main set drafted. So we have some interesting cards here. For our Psychic package, we got a second copy of our Spell Trap Removal, Psychic Divergence. We have a second Climax Finale, which is pretty good. That's pretty much it. Well, I suppose, let's say that. We also got Can Re-D, which is an interesting one. Maybe if we get some of the fusions, we can pull this off. I mean, I think we had access to one of the fusions before we passed it up. So maybe we're kicking ourselves a little bit for that, but that should be fine. And we also got Jamp Set, which is a pretty decent spell card. So we also got just kind of generic stuff. Again, we're still just kind of building towards different strategies. We got some more stuff for our worms, specifically Construct a Heavenly Worm Gantry Dragon, which will be really, really good if we ever see a Bill Dragon. Now, Alex already has one, so this will be a lot better for him, but we got to take what we can get. We took the second copy of Yamaterasu. I don't know if this is ever going to come off, because again, we still need to find a Yamirula. We'll have to see how that goes. Our dinosaurs are getting there. We picked up 5 new dinosaur cards, which we are quite happy about. We got the Upstart King Rex. We got the 3rd Jurassic World. We got a really powerful trap card in Dynamic Pressure, so that's all coming along. We picked up just another few bits of maximums. I don't know if this is ever going to happen, but it would be really funny if we managed to summon a maximum during the series. But all we have is scraps of random stuff. So I guess that's kind of it for the big pickups. It's all just kind of, again, just still building towards stuff. We still haven't really got enough of a core of any of this stuff to really make it work, other than still just the psychic stuff, and that's just because it's got so much support across all these different sets. Alright, we're opening 5 packs of Battle Pack Volume 2. So just like Battle Pack Volume 1, this set is not going to be too impressive. I think there's only around 8 cards in the set. Each booster pack will only have about 2 cards. We're not expecting to get anything really good here. It's just kind of extra cards to help us build towards anything, really. So we're just going to fire it in and just see what we get. So first pack, Constructor Stored Foreman and Stardom. I don't actually know what any of these cards do. So a face-up field spells on the field, change 1 defense position monster opponent's field to attack position. Then if you change non-monster attack position to the you can draw a card. It's fine. 1 face-up non-monster field to the graveyard. Special summon 1 psychic monster from your hand, face up to your field. Then if you send a level 2 or lower monster to the graveyard, gain 1,000 life points. Both these cards are fine. I guess we will take Stardom Light because it fits into our psychic strategy. Next pack. An ultra rare heal for 1,000 or a 1400 beta. I don't think there is any world in which we use D and Keto, so we'll just take the Bean Soldier. Next up. Okay, I guess we'll take the Triceratops. Next up, and we'll take another Stardom Light. We don't need Volcanic Rat. And then last but not least, what is Trumpet Charge? What does this trap card do? When your warrior type monster destroys your opponent's attacks, summon a warrior type monster from your hand, face up to your field. Not bad if you have good warriors, we do not though, so we'll be taking a Constructor Sword Foreman, and that will be our side sets for this week. Let's jump into deck building. Hello and welcome to another episode of Sevens Draft. So, last week went really, really well for us. We are now on a 3-win streak, which is going really, really well. We'll see if Alex can start to pull it back, because now he is starting to ban a lot of cards out of our deck, which is getting a little bit annoying. But as long as we can keep taking the weeks, I suppose it doesn't really matter. So, as per usual, until Alex bans out all of our psychics, we're just going to keep playing them, right? And until our powerful staple psychic cards get removed, we are just going to keep playing this deck. So we are on just a plethora of normal psychic monsters. This is primarily to have the psychic monsters in our deck to fulfill requirements for effects, and normal monsters for our Blades of the Divine Wind. We are still on Kimeluna. Kimeluna is all around just a good card, pretty much all the time. But this card is especially important since Alex is still on Ecdysis Caliglion, and we need a way to change that thing to defense, otherwise we can't kill it. We are on 2 copies of our Illusion Strike Dragon Mirageus. This has come in because last week we had it in the side deck. The reason we had it in the side deck was because we had Seven's Road Magician, and we felt like Seven's Road was a more powerful option. Illusion Strike Dragon Mirageus is very good, especially since we do have quite a lot of dragons now. But it does require us to have a level 7 or high dragon in our hand, which we're not always going to have. So we're going to put it back in. Originally, we were using it because it was 2500 beta, but now we might actually be able to get its effect off. Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius, this card is incredible. If I was Alex, I maybe would have banned this last week just because we have an extra copy over him. I understand not wanting to ban it because he has a copy, but this card is so good, and at 2 copies, it is just insane. So next up, we're on Ancient Arise Dragon. This card attacks for 3000, which is just always good. It means that if Alex has any kind of wall or any kind of... Even if Alex summons his Blue Eyes White Dragon, which we saw last week, Ancient Arise Dragon can match it and just crash into it and get rid of it, which is always really strong. We have Prima Katana, the Shining Superstar. This card is very similar to Ancient Arise Dragon in a lot of ways, where we can pay 1000 life points and all face-up monsters on our field gain attack equal to the number of monsters in our opponent's field times 300. So if Alex has 3, we gain 900, which means Prima Katana hits for 31, which attacks over a Blue Eyes, and our other monsters get even stronger than they already are. As we already spoke about last week, Dragius can get up to 3400 and attack twice, which is a little bit insane. Jinzo, our MVP from last week. Being able to turn off all of Alex's powerful trap cards, especially his Constructor Return, was unbelievably pivotal for us winning that game. So we have now decided to put them in the main, and we've cut back on our traps just a little bit. We have just a couple more psychics that don't really do much. They're in here primarily just because they have the psychic type. We have Future Diviner, which is decent. If we have a level 7 or higher psychic type monster on the field, which we have 3 copies in the deck, we can draw a card, send a card from our hand to the graveyard. Romance Pick is hopefully going to come off, which is if our life points lower than our opponents, we can pay 500, send the top 3 cards of the deck to the graveyard. If a psychic type monster is among the cards sent, add 1 psychic type monster from the graveyard to the hand. This just lets us be a 1-card tribute play effectively. We summon it, mill 3, take back a psychic, summon that, tribute both for any monster on our hand, or if we already have plenty of tribute fodder, we could bring back something like Prima Katana, you bring it back, tribute, summon that, bing bang bong. So Blades of the Divine Wind, this is another out to Ecdysis Caliglion. So this only works on 8 or lower, so if Alex does manage to fuse, which we saw he did have a extra deck in the last game, this won't do anything to that, unfortunately. But we need more outs to Ecdysis Caliglion. Effectively, our outs are Kimeluna and these Blades of the Divine Wind. Other than those, we don't really have a way to deal with it. We are on 2 copies of Psychic Divergence. We are not, if we do manage to win this week as well, we are expecting this card to be banned. Just being able to pay 500 life points to put a card to the top of Alex's deck is insane, especially if he's bricking, and we reduce the chance that he can unbrick himself. We have Climax Finale. This is a way to just buff a monster to be massive. It's kind of like a pseudo Prima Katana, where we can just make 1 card just really strong and then just attack over something. So it's kind of soft removal. In the same vein, Crank to 10. Discard a monster from my hand, a monster gains 400 attack, which is the main reason I'm playing. The 400 attack oftentimes will be enough, but also piercing, so it's really good to try and end the game. We could maybe stick it on something like Dragius if Alex has a lot of defense monsters and try and punch in for a ton of damage. We are on the Music Princess's solo performance. We've still only got 1 copy of this card, but it can negate an attack. That's good enough for me. We have Severing Psychic Wall, which is a combat trick for psychics, and then we have a new card, the Star Barrier. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, shuffle 1 monster from your graveyard into the deck. The attacking monster loses 400 attack until the end of this turn. This is a generic combat trick, which is just really, really, really strong, especially in a limited format like this. Our side deck is a little bit wonky, I would say. We have some anti-defense cards, such as Shield Boring Kong, Drilling Mandrill, and Fire Golem. These are in here in case Alex is on a chair strategy again, just puts a load of big monsters in defense and we need a way to crash through them. Although we might not need them considering we now have cards like Prima Katana and Ancient Arise Dragon, which will also deal with defensive threats. We have 2 copies of Stockbuster. This is only in case we feel like we need more fodder for Illusion Strike Dragon Mirageus' effect. He probably won't come up, but Alex already knows we have it, so there's no harm putting it in the side deck. We have Wicked Shadow Dark Lurker. Again, if Alex has a stall strategy, maybe this comes in and we attempt to burn him. We probably won't, but it's there for the option. Ancient Barrier is in here basically only if Alex has a bunch of trap cards all of a sudden that all destroy our cards. We'll use Ancient Barrier, put some Psychics back into our deck, make our Psychics suddenly destroyed by trap cards. We're on the Double Mountain. I don't expect this to come up, but if it does, and we do decide to put the Stockbusters in, we could bring the mountains in along with it, and just buff our dragons, as we are on quite a few of them. And finally, Emergency Return. This card was in the main last week, but that's back when we had Sevens Robe Magician. Now, we only have the 2 copies of Prima Gitana and the 1 copy of Ancient Arise, which are much stronger when attacking than defending. So we've decided to move this to the side, and that means we have room for Jinzo because we're not playing as many trap cards. So this is the deck we're bringing. Hopefully, we can go 4-0, which would be insane. Although that would mean Alex gets another 3 bans against us, which would be a total of 9 bans against us, which would kind of suck, but it is what it is. So let's fire on into the games and see what we can do. How are you feeling about your pools this week?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So did. Yeah.
I don't think I got much. I got a couple of cards which have obviously gone into this deck, right? I got 1 card I think that's just generically good, and then I got a couple of cards which are good for like the Psychic strategy. So like I'm like my current deck is. It's probably still not as strong as it was last week, right? Because last week obviously we had Sevens Robe Magician, we had the Darkness Approaches to deal with some of your bigger threats. And we weren't able to completely replace all of that, right? So it's definitely a weaker deck than last week. But I don't think it's, like, destroyed or anything. Like, we're still going to be... I don't want to say I'm, like, overly confident, but I feel alright. I think the scary thing for me is going to be how many more worms did you pull? Because your worm strategy last week was pretty disgusting, so... let's just hope you didn't get a ton. And
we shall see.
Yeah, let's fire on him. Let's fire on him. Alright, we will go with this. Hey! Right, we will go first. Ooh, this hand is a little bit yikes, you know?
Yeah, mine too.
I'm going to set, then I'm going to tribute for Ancient Arise and pass, and hope that's enough.
Oh, thank God. 1, 2. Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll set this, and we'll go battle. Thank God I drew that second 4-star monster.
Yep. Now I have to deal with this shit. Alright, set, and then set 2 back row, and pass back to you.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna Hammer Crash.
That's fine.
Pitch.
Oh, it's having to think. That means your hand's got to be
Round draw.
at least some decent cards. I remember Ground Draw was a weird one, because I saw it in your deck list last week, and I thought it was the one card that really stood out as like, what are you doing here, Ground Draw?
Okay, we're gonna activate Blistopia. Activate Sword Foreman.
Change 1 defense position, 1 defense field to face attack position. Okay.
Yeah, don't get to draw a card.
That's right, it's Magical Miracle.
We'll go to battle.
I am going to stop this because I want to tribute this monster ideally next turn. Oh my god. Defense mode. Set 2. Pass the turn.
Yeah, we'll set this. Set this.
Okay.
We'll summon Slugger.
Good old Slugger. We have an easy 3k right now. there's no point in doing that. Well, we take the 3k and then we hope we don't brick even harder. Oh, thank Christ. Now I just need to hope your back row isn't anything. Right, normal summon. Normal summon. Tribute to summon Prima Katana. Activate her effect. Go to battle. Attempt to kill Blue Eyes.
Ooh.
Okay, okay. Hopefully we can stabilize off this.
Ooh.
Hello.
Yes. Gracesaurus and Brontosaurus.
All the dinos coming out.
We will activate Gracias.
Oh,
I
that goes
think it's
acidic. Actually,
Go
forgot you had that.
battle.
I need to play around that a bit more. We will activate the Star Barrier. I really just need fucking monsters back in the deck rather than putting tributes back in.
An end.
Okay, we're still fine. We're still fine for now. Alright, we will... The problem is, I have a lot of psychic cards, right? And as you can see, I have like Prima Katana. And Prima Katana costs 1,000 life points to use the effect. And I've been beaten in the face with a Blue Eyes White Dragon for a bit. So I'm feeling a little bit softened up.
Yeah.
So I'm not feeling super great. So I think the plan is going to be to set this, and tribute to summon out the Handy Lady. And then going to set a back row, go to battle. Then just going to try and crash over this. You get nicely, and then Handy Lady will beat over Gracesaurus and pass back to you. Got enough life points that I can use Prima Katana's effect 3 times. So, comes down to how big a monster you can get out.
That and tribute set.
Okay. Last week you had Keeper in your deck.
And
Oh, stuck with 3 cards in hand. Well, I'll set and set. Then we'll go straight to battle. I will not get greedy. We'll just hit with a 24. Okay, it was just Big Roller. Get him for 22. And pass back to you again.
all I can do is set.
Question becomes, if I killed that with Prima, I could get in for 27. I need 11 to finish you off, which I don't think I can get 11. Or can I? That's risky. No, we're just going to play it safe. We'll swing in with Handy Lady. We'll swing in with Prima. And you get 1 draw to find the out.
Yeah, no. I can't empty the spells and tribute monsters out of my hand, so that's just game.
That's rough. Yeah, I started that game with just a pile of tribute monsters, and then I drew more tribute monsters, and I was like, oh god. And then we just managed to get 1 tribute summon off, and I was like, thank Christ, we're kind of back in this.
Let's go first.
Alright.
Set.
Okay.
Gracesaurus. Oh, whoop.
Use the effect, bring back Gracesaurus, and then tribute that.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, my turn's going to be a bit boring. I'm going to set, pass.
Okay. I'm fine with this.
I'm less fine with it, but I think this could be worse.
Okay. Slugger.
Okay.
Tribute to the Draconic Slayer.
He's new, isn't he?
Yes, I got him this week.
So you can't use his effect.
Let's go to battle. Now.
I respect the not getting greedy. Alright, I'm on half health.
Okay.
Something good off top? I will set and pass.
Oh.
Do you want to have a guess what's in my hand?
A lot of spell traps or a lot of tributes?
I'll find spell traps, Alex. I'll be setting them.
Oh yeah, of course. So it's all tributes?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Wondering if I have too many in it. I don't think so. I might do.
Wait, Foreman?
Ugh.
Set. Go battle.
You've activated Mirror Force. Yeah, you got this one, buddy.
Yay.
Oh, maybe I need to thin down some of these tribute monsters a bit. Alright, game 3. I think we'll go first.
Let's go.
Alright, let's see what you have. I'm going to normal summon What Angel. And then I'm going to normal summon Insert Costume Creator. I'm going to tribute both to summon out Illusion Strike Dragon Mirror Gears. I'm then going to set and normal summon out my Chemical Cure Red and pass back to you.
Okay. Activate Blistopia.
Ooh, are you actually going to get out a big boy?
2. And we will set almost summon Greysaurus.
Okay, let's beat over Chemical.
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Haha.
Okay, so no tribute monsters in the opening this time. Okay, I'm going to set. Then I'm going to tribute for Jinzo.
Oh.
Set 2 back row, go straight to battle. We will swing in on your Greysaurus with our Illusion Strike Dragon Mirror Gears, and Jinzo will attempt to slap the Taste Inspector. We'll pass back to you. Well, you have an empty hand, so you have a good chance to draw it out, and you know that my back row can't stop you because I've got Jinzo out.
Yeah. Let's see what your defense monster is.
No, you don't need to look at my Howling Bird.
Oh, draw a card.
Can only assume you don't have a big guy, otherwise I think you would have slapped it down already.
Indeed.
Okay, going for the chunk of damage. I feel like I might have too many tribute monsters and you might have too many spell traps based on the way that our hands have been going.
Yeah. Probably should have sided in some monsters.
I guess I'm just going to normal summon out 1,000 attacker, because why not, right? We'll go Jinzo into this for 1,000. We'll go into your Drillzard, and then we'll just go for 1,000 again. We'll pass back to you. Oh, Taste Inspector.
Taste Inspector.
Oh, big roller.
Big roller.
Not quite big enough yet.
set. Chunk some damage.
I like it. I guess I'm just going to set this straight to battle. We're going to attempt to get over it with our Mirageus and get over whatever this is. Your Dino Boy. What's that to
I
you?
just can't deal with that. That's it. I can't. I can't use any of these back row. I've got 3 spell trap in hand and a 8-star.
Oh, yeah. It always sucks when that happens. I mean, I can't play anything, so I'm just gonna just attack. Yeah, and the problem is, even if you draw a monster now, it doesn't get you enough tribute fodder.
Yeah, and there's I drew a 7-star. Oh, well. It be like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing as well, right? When we are playing this kind of format, you kind of just take whatever you've got, whatever is good, and slam it in your deck, right? So we don't necessarily have these coherent strategies. Obviously, I've got this, like, little bit of a psychic thing going. You've got a little bit of a worm thing going. But they're hardly robust, right? We've kind of just got stuff. And then you add to the fact that it's hard to get a good balance of tribute monsters, spells, and traps. And then sometimes you feel like you have a good balance, but the game goes, you know what, here's all of them at once. And you're like,
Yeah.
please don't.
No, that's not what I want.
But I do think this week, I mean, the first game, you beat the shit out of me. The second game, I felt was a bit more back and forth. Oh no, the first game, you were beating the shit out of me, then I turned it around, right? Then the second game, you beat the shit out of me. And then this third game, again, was just kind of the second game, but in reverse. So I think that first game is quite a lot of back and forth. I thought it was really funny when I summoned Ancient Arise Dragon, who is one of my outs to Blue Eyes, because he can attack for 3,000, and then you slap down a Blue Eyes on the other side of the board, and I was like, oh.
Haha.
Oh man, that Blue Eyes is going to be the bane of my existence for a while, I think. The thing is, even when I do... So when you win in a week and I get a ban, like, Blue Eyes isn't going to be my ban. So it's still going to be there for so long. But yeah, GG, man.
Yeah, GG.